I say he went down
No,
to
start all the way over. Start all the way over.
Oh, I said I went to the jail.
No, start all the way over.
Oh, start all the way over. From president?
Yeah, from all the way off from the beginning. Because
okay, all right. What it was, the state.
No, all the way over. All the way from the time I was born. Like.
After you got a certain age and it was time for her to.
Start all the way over. From the time I was born.
That's where I'm going.
No, hey, let me tell you, just start all the way over. Start all the way over.
Okay. After you was born, we were staying on 39th Street. And had the bedrooms was upstairs. You slept in my room. When you was a baby, the crib was in my room, and you slept in there with me. And when you would wake up at night and stuff, I the one that had to get up and see about you. And I remember one time you was a baby, and I went up in the country one Saturday. Let me see who carried me up there. I don't know, was it a rat? I went somebody. Well, I went up there with somebody, and I carried him. And when I got back, she was gone.
Where she was at?
Somewhere in Savannah, in the street somewhere.
So I was at the house?
Yeah, you was at the house with me.
Oh.
I still had you, but when I got home, she wasn't there.
Wow.
And it started from there on and on. Different times she would go off and stuff. And, and you would be there. I had to see about you. And all. And then we moved from 39th Street. When we moved from 39th Street, we moved on Hamilton Court. And where you was a little bigger then, where she still was, still in the street here. She was driving a rat car and stuff, and they would be all hanging together and stuff, and I would have you there with me, seeing about you.
Wow.
Sometimes she wouldn't come home at night. Come home the next day, stuff like that. And so somebody had to do it. Because one of her friend girls had told me, said, Mama, she called me Mama. Mama, don't see about that baby.
What?
Let Janet see about her own baby. I say, somebody got to see about the baby. I say, the Lord will bless me for doing it.
Oh, man, that's deep.
Yeah. Then when we moved off from Hamilton Court, let me see where we moved. I was staying out there in Taylorville. I seen about y'all taking you to church with me just about every time I would go, because I never know when Janet would leave the house. Most of the time she wouldn't be there. And then she got married when we were staying in Taylorville. I still took you to church with me. And I left you to the house with Janet one time. After she was married, and she left the house and left you with Clyde. And I think he beat you.
What?
Because when I got home that night, you was crying, sitting in your little chair, and you was crying. And I asked you what was the matter, and you say Clyde had beat you. And you was wet up, wetting your clothes, all wet up, and so I told Janet about it, which I know, by her, that was her husband, he had the right, to beat you, because of what he beat you for.
Yeah.
Because that was your stepdad, and I told Janet, I said, you need to talk to Clyde. I said, Mario say he beat him. I don't know whether she talked to him or not. Yeah, she talked to him, I think, and he said he didn't meet you. Because he see what it was. Why I told her to do that, because he had beat another child, I think, or something like that, and the child died.
What? Oh my God! You can't be serious.
That's what was out. That he had beaten a child, and he was a baby.
God.
I think, wasn't no big old person or nothing. Baby died.
What? Oh my God, man.
So when we moved from I did it when I moved from Taylorsville. I moved over there on Ellison Street with Annette. And I had you with me over there. And then Tricia was staying over there on Bowling Street with Mike. And she had you staying with her over there. Janet, and then I left Janet out there in Taylorsville when I moved from out there. I left her there now. And I think Miss B had to board up the house to keep her from going in there.
Wow.
What? Because she wasn't trying to get nowhere. When I moved, she wasn't trying to get nowhere to go to state. So she finally went over there with Tricia and was staying with Tricia and Mike. I tell you, it was a time.
It was a time.
Yeah, then when I moved in, I went to the shelter, and that just had kinder. We were staying on Bowling Street. Was it Bowling Street? Yeah. Well, wait a minute. What street that was you were staying on? Who was staying there? Oh, Lord. That house, what? The house, Walborough Street. Yeah, that's what it was, Walborough Street. It was a nice house.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't pay the rent, and so I had to move out of there. Me and Annette and
crazy.
Kendall went to the shelter. And they kept you. They moved you. You were staying with Trish and them. They were staying in that little one-room place on
East Broad?
No, not East Broad. Right there on oh, Lord.
You talking about Atlantic?
No.
That pig in the blanket?
Yeah, to the blanket.
Yeah, the pig in the blanket. Yeah, that's on Atlantic. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
You were staying around there, and I remember.
Every time I pass by that place, I can't believe I used to live there. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And, that's during the time, Moultrie, and we heard about that they were looking for Janet to lock her up. And so I caught the bus and came over there one evening, and I got you. I got your clothes and all. I went over there and I told Janet, I said, Janet, they're looking for you to lock you up. And talking about they ain't gonna find me. And I got you and carried you over there in Presidential Plaza with us, and I had you ever since. And that's when after then, I don't know who called the state and told her. But I know she came out there. And if I hadn't got you, they was going to get you.
Wow.
And I the one got you in school.
I know that. Yeah.
Because Janet never would take you to get your shot. I always would tell them, Janet, you carry that boy to the clinic and get his shot. I ain't got no way to carry. I said, Janet, you get a way to go anywhere else.
Oh, my God, man.
Okay. You say, hold on?
No, go ahead.
No, I told her, I said, you get a way to go anywhere else. You can get a way to carry him to the. And Janice Brown came and took me out to the clinic for you to get, you had 2 shots to take. I had enough to pay for one. There was $7 a piece. I had enough to pay for one, and they let me charge the other, and I said, mail it to them. And I got you in school. And I remember when the time to go for the radish and all, me and Tricia was over there. Me and Tricia walked you down to the school. But at the time, we was too early, and we had to go back home and go back a certain time. They're down there, the kids are down there, and we radish you. Got you, I used to walk you to school in the morning time and come down there in the evening time and get you.
I remember them days.
Because I remember Walter was working for the Housing Authority when you first started the school. You said, they got you this time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Eli Whitney. I said Eli Whitney.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It's something else now. It ain't no school now. It's
I know.
Else now.
That's where you get your transcripts. Like all your grades you done made in school. You can go there and get them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what that is now. Ain't no school no more.
Yeah.
That's deep though. Like, Like sometimes, like it's just like when I think about all the